Okay, thank you all for coming. I know there's a lot of other things that you could be doing. My name is Bruce Starr. Has anybody ever seen me speak before except for you? A couple people, Elliot of course. Elliot wrote a really nice article about me 20 years ago. You can see the article at my table, and Elliot has been very supportive. He's a wonderful writer, written some books, and got close to getting a screenplay produced. Anyway, as you see here, 10 Secrets to Meeting Mr. and Ms. Right by the Luvcoach Bruce Starr. People love coming over to me and saying, what makes you a love coach? How did you get to be a love coach? You have a degree. And what I tell people is this. I have been studying several different philosophies on life for as long as I could remember. That would help me get to know not only myself better, but to help me get to know you better. Help me get to know myself better so that I can experience what I kind of think is a losing attribute to many folks, which is self-discovery. See, some of the younger folks now are moving so fast with texting. I took the train up today, and there was about 8 or 10 people around me. And 2 or 3 folks were a little bit older than I was, but the rest of the group was younger. And I thought, this is going to be something really interesting to talk about at the group. The younger people were either chatting with their friend, or they were doing what? They couldn't sit still and do this on a train if their lives depended on it. Now, I don't know about you, but all the philosophies on life that I've studied, you name it. I work with the Course in Miracles, the Science of Mind. I mean, I can go on and on and on. These philosophies on life told me that for me to get anywhere with myself, I have to get quiet. I have to reach a place of peace in my heart, in my mind, and in my body. So, while I've been taking this route, looking for peace and kindness in my heart, I look around me and I see that no one, anybody know the word spilkes at all? No one can sit still. We have the older folks that were on the train, eyes were closed, relaxing, because that's the way they grew up. But in this generation of texting and having to keep busy every moment, it really taught me something. Can I surmise that these younger kids in many ways are on the wrong path and trying to find who they are and why they came here? I'm not going to tell them that, but I think if they're speeding along as fast as they can, they're not going to find out who they are. And they're not going to become the best person that they can possibly be when it comes time to meeting someone else. I mean, 2 people, this is not new. You guys see this. You go to a restaurant, and there's 4 people, 4 younger folks together. They're not even talking to each other, right? I'm not making this up. They're each texting to somebody else. They're not even communicating with each other. So my work, of course, is how to communicate better with yourself, how to communicate better with others. There's plenty of seats down here if you want to venture. I spit, so you don't want to sit in the front row, maybe in the second or the third row. Don't ever go to a comedy club and sit in the front row. Oh my God. It will tear you to bits. So, just to let you know a little bit about me. For 35 years I've been studying relationships. And 15 years ago, these folks in the beginning who I think left, they know me. I met someone 15 years ago, and the work that I did helped me not to freak out if I got too close to someone, not to run away because I didn't want to just have one bedfellow for the rest of my life. It kind of taught me to hang in there and to be calm and to have a stillness about me and to check things out. And that's what I did. And it paid off because she became someone that very, very different than the kind of folks that I had met, the ladies that I had met, and it's worked out great. In 1993, someone told me about America Online, and there was hardly anyone on America Online at the time. As a matter of fact, around the whole country, there's 200,000 people that were on America Online at the time. And a TV producer friend of mine said to me, he asked me what I was doing with my life when I went out there, and I said I was doing relationship work. He said, go to America Online. I said, what's that? And he opened up his computer, and opened up this thing that I'd never seen before. He says, you can go and open up your own room, and you can deal with people and help people in their relationships from all over the country. So I did that. I opened up a room called Relationship Coaching. And over a 10-year period of time, I worked with over 6,000 people, learned all about their relationships, learned all about them. And while I thought I was there to help them, I learned some incredible things from them about relationships. And that I usually just talk about that, but today I'm going to focus on this. But I am going to tell you what I did learn from them generally. See, I could take this piece of paper and I can spend a whole weekend on this one piece of paper, and this is just one presentation, because there's so much to talk about. What I have come to find out from a lot of the folks that I spoke to, from all over the country and eventually all over the world, was that they were doing something very differently that they did when they were 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. When they fell in love for the first time, that was a very spectacular and wonderful experience. Many men, and I'm not going to ask any men right here, many men, if they fell in love when they were 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and the woman broke it off with them, I'm here to tell you that the reason we are so strange is because we never fully recovered from that experience. Never. We have not. Quote me on it. That's why us men are so strange when it comes to opening up our heart and trusting again. You ladies have a bit of an advantage when it comes to that. You have each other. You can talk to your friends. You can confide in each other. You can help each other. You could be love coaches for each other. But have you ever heard of Vinny talking to his friend Joe in a spa or a gym saying, you know, I'm feeling really vulnerable. My girlfriend broke up with me, and I'm just feeling so sad. Are you going to hear anybody, guys, talk like that to each other in a gym or putting down a couple of beers? It's not going to happen. We're all on our men. Most men are all on our own. Yes.
Falling in love, it doesn't mean that you know the person. Falling is already bad.
Falling, yeah. So we have to watch that. The lady who came in there before wrote a book about love at first sight. So what I'm saying to you is, try to be a little kinder to men. We're slightly going through a tough time, and since women's lib, we have no idea what to do with you. But I'm not going there today. I'm going to stick to this. We have no idea what to do anymore. We're lost because our roles for 5,000 years have changed drastically. And take that in mind. Possibly one of the reasons why we're having such a difficult time right now, because the roles have changed so dramatically between men.